Welcome to Tech News for July 2nd, 2021. Intel and Apple may be the first to use TSMC's 3nm chips. Apple and Intel are reportedly testing chip designs with TSMC's 3nm process and could be the first to market with the technology. According to Nikkei, Intel may be planning to use the chips in next-gen notebooks and data centers, while Apple could be the first to market with a 3nm processor in future iPad models. Taiwan-based TSMC will reportedly start manufacturing processors for both the companies as early as next year. TSMC is currently manufacturing 5nm chips for Apple's iPhone 12 and in 2022 will build next-generation AMD Zen 4 chips. It has targeted 3nm volume production for the second half of 2022, with products likely coming along in 2023. Rumored iPad 2022 spec points to serious performance and battery life upgrades. Rumblings from the Apple supply chain suggest that one or more of the iPad tablets launched in 2022 could be powered by the 3nm chipsets, offering substantial performance and battery life upgrades over the current 5nm silicon. That's according to Nikkei Asia via MacRumors, which says Apple's partner, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company or TSMC, is in line to supply the necessary chipset over the course of the next year. Shrinking down nanometer production technology to smaller and smaller numbers essentially means packing more transistors into a tighter space. The major benefits of this shrinkage are that the chipset can work faster while drawing less energy at the same time. Microsoft warns of Windows print nightmare vulnerability that's being actively exploited. Microsoft is warning Windows users about an unpatched critical flaw in the Windows Print Spooler service. The vulnerability, dubbed Print Nightmare, was uncovered earlier this week after security researchers accidentally published a proof of concept exploit. While Microsoft hasn't rated the vulnerability, it allows attackers to remotely execute code with system-level privileges, which is as critical and problematic as you can get in Windows. Swedish gaming firm MTG acquires India's PlaySimple for $360 million. Swedish gaming giant Modern Times Group has acquired Indian startup PlaySimple for at least $360 million, the two firms said on Friday. MTG said it will pay 77% of the acquisition sum to Indian game developer and publisher in cash and the rest in company shares. There's also another $150 million reward put aside if certain undisclosed performance metrics are hit, the two firms said. Today's deal marks one of the largest exits in Indian startup ecosystem. PlaySimple has raised $4 million Series A at a valuation of about $16 million from Elevation Capital and Shirate Ventures in 2016. The startup, which began its journey in Bengaluru, raised just $4.5 million in total from external investors. Ather Energy to unveil new electric scooters in next 2 years. Ather Energy today expanded its presence in India to New Delhi following a few months of delays. At the Experience Center opening, CEO Tarun Mehta revealed the startup's future product roadmap. The capital is one of the most conducive markets for electric vehicles in India, thanks to strong subsidies and initiatives such as Switch Delhi. With the amended structure of the FAME 2 policy, the Ather 450X price in Delhi is 1,32,426 rupees. While the Ather 450 Plus is priced at 1,13,416 rupees. The first Ather Space Experience Center in Delhi is in Lajpat Nagar, with 4 more locations coming up in the NCR in the near future. 14 fast charging stations have already been set up in major locations such as Green Park, Dilshad Garden, Connaught Place, and other key hotspots in Delhi, Noida, Gurugram, and Ghaziabad. 30 to 50 more Ather grids will be added by the end of this year. Hacker obtains data on thousands of Lime VPN users. A hacker has managed to steal the entire contents of a VPN provider's website server, and they are currently in the process of trying to sell thousands of user records on a popular hacker forum. As reported by the privacy-focused review site Privacy Sharks, the no-logs VPN service Lime VPN has fallen victim to a massive data breach that puts more than 69,000 users of its service at risk. A hacker who goes by the handle /X recently posted on Reddit forums advertising the fact that they had obtained Lime VPN's entire database and wanted to sell it for $400 in Bitcoin. Privacy Sharks then contacted /X to learn more about the breach, and its researchers discovered that the scraped data from the VPN provider's website includes records from a WHMCS billing system as well as account details including usernames, emails, addresses, and passwords. Pinterest bans weight loss ads in first major for social networks. Pinterest is banning all advertisement with weight loss language and imagery, including ads that idealize or denigrate certain body types, the social media company says. The popular picture-led social network, which allows users to create and share mood boards, said it would also not allow ads with testimonials about weight loss or weight loss products or ads referencing body mass index or similar indexes. This stance makes Pinterest the only major platform to prohibit all weight loss ads. It's an expansion of our ad policies that have long prohibited body shaming and dangerous weight loss products or claims, the company said in a blog post on Thursday. Ads promoting healthy lifestyles, habits, or fitness services and products are still allowed on the platform if they do not focus on weight loss. The company said it had developed the policy with guidance from National Eating Disorders Association. British right to repair law comes into force today but excludes smartphones and computers. A British right to repair law comes into force today, requiring manufacturers to make spares available to both consumers and third-party repair companies. However, despite claiming to cover televisions and other electronic displays, the law somehow excludes smartphones and laptops. The European Union introduced right to repair law back in March, and UK agreed prior to Brexit that it would introduce its own version. BBC News reports, from Thursday, manufacturers will have to make spare available to consumers with the aim of extending the lifespan of products by up to 10 years, it said. The right to repair rules are designed to tackle built-in obsolescence, where manufacturers deliberately build appliances to break down after a certain period to encourage consumers to buy new ones. Manufacturers will now be legally obliged to make parts available to consumers so appliances can be fixed, which notes that the UK law ensures spares available for either 7 or 10 years after the discontinuation of the product, but that it only covers 4 specific consumer product categories plus some commercial or industrial ones. Spare parts will have to be available within 2 years of an appliance going on sale and up until either 7 or 10 years after the product has been discontinued, depending on the part. Some parts will only be available to professional repairers, while others will be available to everyone so you can fix it yourself. For now, the right to repair laws only cover dishwashers, washing machines and washer dryers, refrigeration appliances, televisions and other electronic displays. There are also non-consumer electronics such as light sources, electric motors, refrigerators with a direct sales function, example fridges in supermarkets, vending machines for cold drinks, power transformers and welding equipment. However, while you would expect other electronic displays to include iPhones, iPads and most Macs, it states that these product categories are excluded. Cookers, hobs, tumble dryers, microwaves or tech such as laptops or smartphones aren't covered. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. You can read about these stories in detail from the links provided in the description.